Good evening, viewers. Welcome to another edition of RPS Success Stories. Today, in conversation, we have Ruchi Sharma with us. Ruchi, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, telling about Ruchi, Ruchi has secured 98.6% in her 12th CBSE board exams. She's AIR ranked 185 in CLAT and she got 97.25 out of the total 118 marks. Is that right? Have I summed it up?
Yes, ma'am. Very well.
Okay, so congratulations. We're so proud of you, Ruchi.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ruchi, the basic question again. How does it feel?
It feels really good. And the most important part is that the amount of time that I had spent on it, like, actually brought out some really amazing results.
Of course.
And of course, the reaction of the family members and the teachers and everyone, that it was a good few weeks.
Okay. What kind of efforts did you put in for your CLAT exam?
This has been said about me, that I used to be the person who was more based on the talent than on the hard work.
Okay.
And one thing that I can say about my CLAT preparation is that I put in the hard work that was required of me. I actually learned what my weaknesses were, what my strengths were, where I needed to focus, and of course, a lot of mock exams, 70 plus mocks I gave, and then individual subject tests, and actually facing the things that I did not want to take a look at, like my GK was really weak before I started preparing for CLAT, like barely any knowledge at all, just possible, like you could say that yeah, I knew about India, but like not enough. But obviously I'm a humanities student,
Of course.
so that comes into play in this. And then my GK, I really worked in that area. That is one part I'm really proud of. The other things I think that I could have done, even like the other things were doable, but GK was something I wanted to focus on, and then I did. So that is one thing that I really am very happy about, that now I can say that yeah, I am intellectual, as they say.
Wow, of course you are. Like, I have always known you as a very good orator. I mean, the Bal Bhavan activities that we did and the declamations and debates. So, I would just like to tell our viewers that it's just not all day study and hard work. She is not a dull girl at all. She was always, chirping, bubbling with energy here and there. And she was actively participating in all the events also, I guess, that RPS held. So many congratulations again and kudos to you. I mean, hard work, sincerity, managing it along with your studies is a Herculean task, and you did so well. So yeah, well done. Plans for future?
Future, ma'am, for now, let's enjoy college life
Yeah.
as it comes to us.
So why don't you tell our viewers that you've secured admission into the one of the top 5 law schools in our school?
So I got admission in National Law University, Jodhpur. And so I'll be going there. I really like the campus from what I've seen so far.
Okay.
And it's in a little bit in the outskirts, but like yeah, it's a beautiful city. You can go around and all of that, and then you get to see if college life is all that they say it is supposed to be.
Right.
And then maybe if we talk about the further future, I'm thinking of going into corporate law or maybe environmental law. That is something I'm interested in.
Ruchi, I feel that in a country like ours, wherein there is a race going on for children that they want to be doctors or engineers, CLAT is not a very well-known, field wherein the children would want to venture into. So, do you want to tell our viewers something about CLAT? What is the exam like, and what are the subjects that are amalgamated in that?
Actually, this is something that I noticed while I was preparing for it, and even
Right.
after the results came.
Yeah.
So, one of the very important things is that when you're studying law, lawyer is a very common term. Everybody is, one of the things you
Absolutely.
listed, lawyer is one of those things that people want to be and people think is a very, respected thing to be. but they don't know much about it.
Absolutely.
So CLAT is the exam that decides it all actually. Like JEE is for the engineers, for the IITs, and then there is NEET for the doctors, for MBBS. For that same purpose, there is CLAT for the lawyers.
Okay.
So there have been some changes recently, but it's of 120 marks, and I'll not bore you with those details. But the most important thing is that the national law universities of our country are the most reputed law colleges where you can study.
Okay.
So, like, if someone wants to get into IIT because of the placement, maybe because of the studies, maybe for those same equivalent reasons, you would want to get into a national law university rather than any other college. Well, it would be preferred more than any other colleges.
Absolutely.
And so CLAT decides that more than your CBSE boards. They don't consider those things or those percentages. It all boils down to what is your rank in CLAT, how have you performed there, and then of course what's the cutout for the colleges.
Right.
But the most important thing is people don't know how important this exam is, because it genuinely decides like your future as a lawyer. If you want to be a practicing lawyer, ultimately if you have studied from a national law university, that is better than have studied from maybe even a higher ranking private college, even a reputed private college. If you study from law from there, I think most companies and even our government lawyers that are there, they prefer a pass out of a national law university.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
So, any knowledge nuggets for the people who follow your tips?
One, I think one of the most important things that even I've come to realize is that the same method doesn't work for everyone.
Okay.
So, like, at least watch at least 5 to 10 videos of what schedule you should have.
Okay.
Modify it according to yourself, and it will take at least a month to realize what is actually working for you and what is not. Now, I don't recommend this, but I used to study till like 3 a.m. in the morning, because night time is when I can concentrate on my studies. I would not recommend it. It does mess up your sleep schedule. But at the same time, what works for you would probably better if you figure it out yourself. Because I can give you tips about how I studied, but I say this to most people, I do not think it would work for you. Because
Right. It cannot be customized. It's not tailor made for everybody. So yours, what works for you may not work for
Mine
somebody
was
else.
very particularly made for me. That
Yeah.
is another thing. My CLAT preparation helped me in my CBSE preparation, because I came to realize how my mind works, when does it work, and like how do I need to make it understand things, how do I need to make it learn things. That is one thing that helped me in my board preparation after I was done with the CLAT. So I
Right.
think you need to spend time with yourself while you're studying and realize what actually works out for you, instead of following some plan made by some famous YouTuber who says that this would work for
Yeah,
you.
I know. Influencers, YouTubers, they're everywhere, but of course, you'll have to
Mhm.
find out what works best for you. Any special mentions, any person, any special teacher that you would want to thank? Your parents, of course. Here's your time that
Yes, sir.
you're going live on TV. Maybe you can thank them.
So first of all, of course, I would like to thank my family
Okay.
a lot,
Right.
because one of the most important things is that I'm the youngest in my family, and yet there was no pressure.
Of course.
They,
Nice.
for one, believed in my potential, and for two, whenever they motivated me, it was more in the direction of, you can do this, we know you have it in you, more than you have to do this.
Right. Okay.
It was not that we expect this from you. It was more like, you very easily can.
So no pressure and no over controlling, no nagging,
Mhm,
nothing.
mhm.
Okay, great.
So my sisters are my biggest supporters, and like they are the best. They help me, remain grounded. If I ace and mock, they are like, it's just a mock.
Okay.
If the mock destroys me, then they're like, it is just a mock.
Okay.
So it works both ways.
Right.
And then, of course, my mother provided me with the environment that I needed. I stayed home for some time for the preparation, because I needed to do it myself. And at that time, she did not let anyone disturb me, did not disturb me herself. And then, of course, like all daughters, I believe my father is the best father in the world. So I'm really grateful for him. He keeps such close focus on my studies. And I used to send him messages at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. I need this printout, I need this right now, I will give this mock today only. And then he would bring it. Like he said later कि आपने मांगा और हमने मना किया, ऐसा हो सकता है क्या?
Oh, that's very sweet of him.
And then I would also like to thank Principal Ma'am. I really, really would, because she has kept such close eye on me. There were mocks held in the school, like weekly or bi-weekly mocks were held in the
Okay,
school.
the school also helps you in this.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Many mocks were held in the school. There were lots of reasoning classes, then law classes, some GK classes as well.
And this went simultaneously with your board prep.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So I had to stop the board prep for some months while it was imminent, when the exam was very near to me.
Right.
But most of the time it was going on simultaneously.
Going hand in hand, both,
Yeah.
both of the things.
So I would really like to thank Principal Ma'am, the time that she has put in, cultivating me, and also most importantly, not just for CLAT, but for the fact that she saw my overall potential, and she really nudged me along to take parts in those competitions. Even in 12th, I took part in a declamation.
Absolutely, I quite remember that. Yeah.
So that was really nice that she really believed that you can do this. We believe in you, so we are there if you need anything. Like even the school, if I would say, my teachers were really, really lenient with me, because it is not easy. I know that to be a teacher and then the student is not handing you in the homework. She is absent for tests maybe, and she may not be that much present, but they were really nice with it. They were very understanding. When I told them, of course, communication is very important.
Right.
So I straight up, I told them that, sir, I will, or ma'am, I will focus on the board studies, but CLAT is the priority for me. And they understood that, and they were really good with it. Afterwards also, when I was done with my exams, they were very helpful with the catching up part. And of course then my CBSE result came, so
And it's fantabulous. I mean, you could manage so many things. You were everywhere, and then yet you produce such good results. So absolutely, that's commendable, Ruchi. Exhilarating success you've got.
thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you so much for being with us, Ruchi, and I hope she has been able to at least, give you some ideology of herself. And we're so proud of her. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors. That is me, Garima, signing off. Thank you so much.